Okay, class, in this video, we are going to be talking about all the tools that are available to you in the plan of study assignment. So this first screen here is going to show you all the tools that are available to you for this assignment. So we're going to go through each of these one by one so you can understand what information you can find and how you can use it to create your plan. So the first one is just to get your plan of study worksheet. So if you go into the assignment, you can download the course planning worksheet just by clicking on the link. It is an Excel document. And remember from my previous video that you need to submit something electronically to me online, but it can be in this form or it can be another form if you're more comfortable using something else. Okay, the other thing that you can get on here is how to run a degree audit. That actually gets you to a link to a web page that shows you how to run a degree audit. So if you go to that web page, you're gonna see some pictures down here. Your degree audit really is an electronic version of all of the requirements that you need to graduate. So it automatically fills in the courses that you've taken already, the courses that you've transferred in, and shows you what exact courses you have left to graduate. So you can find the degree audit in your student tab in Access Plus from the left-hand menu where you find most other things at Iowa State. And then you can look up the requirements for your major. You can also look up the requirements. You can request a new degree audit to figure out the requirements for a different major or a different minor as well. So if you want to do that, you need to click on select a different program to find that information. The other thing you need to know is that if you are a double major and you click on run your degree audit, you will get an individual audit for each of your majors. They do not hunk them together. So you'll have to pull up the individual audit and make sure that you've got all the courses correct for both of the majors that you have. The next thing that you need to know, oh yeah, this is the degree audit. So when you actually go into your degree audit, the bottom is gonna look like this and the top is gonna look like that. So this open all sections here, all right, so if you click on open all sections, it'll actually expand every single item that you're seeing on this page right here. All these little black arrows are clickable, so you can open up specific sections if you want, but you can open everything. If you look at the top of the degree audit, it has a lot of important information there. The graduation date, the number of credits you've completed, how many drops you have, your academic advisor, things like that. So this information is taken from other resources at Iowa State. So if something isn't right, let me know and I can show you how to fix it. Okay, the other thing that it's important to know is just understanding what all these symbols mean. So there's a legend on there that shows you what they all mean. So what you want to look for is all the red X's. And that tells you which courses that you have left in order to graduate. So this is an example of a student. The top part of their audit that has international perspectives and U.S. diversity. So this student has a lot of them done. You see a lot of green check marks here. The red X is something that they still need to complete. If the student was me and I was currently taking speech 212, then you would see the green dots underneath speech, and you would also see the green dots underneath the communication area as well. So that is a degree audit. What you will also see here is that the student has transferred in some courses from McHenry College. If you can look underneath international perspectives and the communications number 1, that's where her transfer courses are listed. So it's an exact match to something that we have. So if you've brought in transfer courses, they should be going in the appropriate places. If they're not, let me know and I can help you fix those, okay? If you have humanities and social sciences, U.S. diversity, international perspectives left, and you need to know what courses count towards those requirements, you can actually find those in multiple places. I've got links from Canvas in the module directly to those courses. You can pull that information from your degree audit. If you look at this section of the degree audit right here, there's actually links underneath each one of those, so you can click to find a page that has the courses that count in that particular area. And we also have this information listed on the department website. So if you go to the alphabetical index and go to F for Food Science and Human Nutrition Department, you'll get there. Click on current students and then advising and helpful links. And you'll see my picture and Ann Oldham's picture, and you just scroll down a little bit till you get to this gold box. And the gold box, if you look there, has a whole bunch of stuff. A registration worksheet, which we'll be using, the schedule of classes, course planning worksheets, the Excel document, and all that kind of stuff. So you can find those in multiple ways. So I'm going to talk specifically about these requirements in the next video, so be sure to watch it. The other thing that you'll need to gather is your curriculum sheet and your sample for your plan. Okay, so if you go to the Food Science Human Nutrition website, you can click into your major and get the curriculum sheets and stuff like that. But the things that we currently have listed on our curriculum sheets are all the requirements for the incoming freshman class. Since you're not currently an incoming freshman, you're going to follow the requirements that you have in your degree audit. Most of you are on the fall or on the 1920 catalog. So all that means is you're on the most current program for all the rules and requirements that you need for your major. If I entered fall 2018, I'd be on the 1819 catalog. So go into the modules to be sure to print those out so you've got the correct ones. If you've come to my office and visited with me, you've gotten a sheet with me. The front of it is the curriculum sheet that just lists all the courses, and the back throws everything into a sample for your plan. So keep in mind that the four-year plan is a sample, but there is important information on there. If you look at all the bolded courses, the ones that are bolded, the ones that are starred, those are only offered specific semesters. So you want to make sure that you put those in the correct spot on the course plan that you create. Okay. The other thing that's helpful that you'll find is the course sequence flow chart. So this you'll be able to find from that. If you go to our department webpage and click on your major, you'll be able to find the flow chart there. But what's important to know about the flow chart is it doesn't list every single course that you're required to take for your major. It only lists those specific courses that we have prerequisite requirements for. So this just really shows you prerequisite requirements in a kind of picture form, but it also has on here when courses are being offered: fall semester, spring, summer session. So if you look at this is a dietetics flow chart. So look at FSHN 265, it's a prerequisite for 360, which is in the fall, 361 in the spring, and then 360 is a prerequisite for a few other things. So again, so for some people, this really speaks to their brain, and others it doesn't. So use what you feel like is going to give you the most helpful information. But you can also find when courses are offered in a few different places. One of those is the online scheduled classes. If you go to the online scheduled classes, you can pull up spring term, summer term, and tentative fall term. So you can see if the course is offered there. You'll be able to kind of do that one by one. You can also get the information of who's teaching the course. So if you want to switch into a class right now, which is kind of hard to do, you can look at the professor information and look them up as well. But we're going to be talking about the schedule planner there specifically a later time. But the other place to really find out when courses are being offered is in the undergraduate catalog. So if you go to the alphabetical index and go to C and click on catalog university, you'll get a menu across the top. If you clicked on the undergraduate menu, you could get to requirements for other majors, minors, and certificate programs. But for this assignment, I want you to look at A to Z courses. So if I want to look up the prerequisite requirements and course descriptions for any food science and human nutrition courses, I would go click on A to Z courses. I would go to F for food science and human nutrition, and then I would look for a course that I was interested in taking. So if I go to FSHN 214, I'll notice here from the catalog that it's 3 credits, it's offered fall and spring, and then it lists all the prerequisite requirements. So it lists some courses in our department, but it also says plus concurrent enrollment in 115 or 215. So concurrent enrollment means you have to be taking 115 or 215 at the same time as FSHN 214. So that applies to our culinary food science students, our dietetics and diet and exercise students. They take this course, okay? But also in the undergraduate catalog, if you were to hover around one of these courses in gray, you would be able to see the course description and prerequisite requirements for those courses as well. So it's pretty handy resource. One thing to note about using all your tools is that you're not going to use every single one when you're creating your plan. It's helpful to know what's available to you and where you can find all the information, because you can find it in multiple places. All right, so the next video, we're going to talk a little bit about some tips and tricks and tools, well, not tools, but tips and tricks for putting your plan together. Thank you.